Hello, I'm Lise-Lotte. Welcome to my garden. You can see my greenhouse behind me, just barely though because of the season, and a foxglove actually is back there too. And I don't have Lily with me in the garden just at this point. She's up at the house. But I wanted to welcome you to my June garden. You know, the last few days I've been opening the back door in the early morning, and it has just been that wonderful scent of the orange blossom, or the mock orange down here at the bottom of the garden, and then it comes up with the roses because it's rose season, and I have some phlox, and just all of those scents are just so fantastic. I love June. I have to say I love June. It's my birthday month. I love my birthday. I always have a nice celebration on my birthday. I think it's a very Danish thing actually to do your own party and do your own thing, and like it's a kind of a celebration of, just yeah, your birthday. You like your birthday. And so that's coming up in a little while. And I'm looking forward to certain things. Like I look forward to the strawberries at this time of year. I had some from a market recently, and they weren't that sweet. We've had weather that is not that great for sweetening them up, although I did have one from a little pot here in the garden that was just kind of coming out of it. It was so delicious. It was just so sweet and packed with flavor. So who knows? But anyway, yeah, and I'm looking forward to, I have a friend who is coming from Denmark, and she hasn't been here for many years. And the last time she was here, my dog's name was Daisy, and I was writing a book about my greenhouse, actually about greenhouse hygge, and she was the one actually who helped me name the book, come to think of it. My book is called Greenhouse Hygge, the house of my growing dreams. And I said to her, because we would sit and chat inside my greenhouse, this is before I had my little flower farm, and so I had more space to sit in there. I had two little chairs and a little table to sit in there, and we'd have tea. And I said, I don't know what to call this book. And she said, oh, I think I should call it Greenhouse Hygge, because she was the one who sort of introduced me to the term hygge, which is a sense, well, she defines it really well in the book. I have a quote from her, but it's a sense of coziness, but it's not just that. It's a little bit more than that. And we don't have a word for that in English. Anyway, so she's actually coming back to visit, and so I'm going to have her in the garden this month, and it's going to be fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to that. And it's nice to have something to look forward to, right? I think it's important. I had gone, if you've been following me for a little bit, you know that I have been kind of taking stock of things since January. Like I started going through my clothes, my books, my fabric stash, my wool stash, and I sort of started piece by piece. I can't remember what I started with. I think I started with my fabric stash, and I just went through and what, literally the Marie Kondo thing, does it bring you joy? But like, kind of like it was that sense of, am I going to really use this? Do I only keep it because I got it on a really good deal in a garage sale, or do I really want to keep this? Can I use it? Do I like it for whatever reason? And I don't even have to know the reason. And so I did that and gave a lot of stuff away. Same thing with my books, same thing with my clothes, same thing with my wool, actually. And it was really good because I could see that those things, have kind of a different life with someone else. Somebody else can enjoy the wool that, well, in one particular case, it was wool that I had given to a knitting friend of mine who I knew really liked that kind of wool, and I find it a bit itchy, and it was wool that I had bought with Ilsa, and I hadn't finished the project, and and the other family members, it doesn't work for them. So I thought, no, I'm going to give it away. And when I gave it to her, it was lovely because I could see that it had this momentum, like it was carrying this energy, and so she's loving it and has found a project and figured out what I was doing as the project, and so so there's sort of something about that, of going through and figuring out, like, just I guess as a way of creating space. And, you know, I had done this a number of years ago. I had gone through all my bins of all my workshop materials, of all my bins for different celebrations that I used to do, seasonal celebrations with the girls and their friends. And of course, I did girl guides and stuff too. So that was kind of part of that. But I had all of these things and I thought, I'm not using them anymore. Somebody else can use them. And I actually took all of the bins up to to an after school center where I know the person who's running it. And, you know, they can use it. She was really happy with it all. And the bins are always a help too, and that kind of thing. So, because you're always looking for more space to carry things around and stuff when you're working with children and youth. So, yeah, so it just was a wonderful way of kind of moving things along. It made it easy to have it leave my space because it was going somewhere, you know, it was going to somebody else that I knew would really appreciate it. And that was really helpful to me in getting it out of my space so that I could make space, even though at that time I didn't actually know what I was making space for. And a few years later, what ended up was I created GEMS, my online membership, gathering experiences that are meaningful. And it has been the wonderful 4 years. It has been really, really a special time. And I think some of the people, everybody who has been a member has made it special in their own way. And I do have a special place in my heart for the founding members because they were with me from the very beginning. When I sat on a windy day holding the camera, because I didn't have a tripod or anything like I have a tripod now. And I was just really honest. And I said, like, I'm going to start this thing. I don't know where it's going. I don't have anything to give you. I don't have a textbook or a workbook that would work alongside this. I haven't done this before. And they were adventurous and came along for the ride. And in early July, we're going to gather in this garden. Some of the people who are here in Victoria are going to gather as founding members, and of course anybody else who's a member now is welcome too if you're in Victoria at that time, and they have all the details on that. But just as a celebration to say, you know what, I'm actually going to end GEMS as it is now. But it's been a wonderful 4 years of learning together, and I have been so thrilled with just, and honored actually is maybe more of the word, honored by seeing people's sort of transformation in creativity. It's just been fantastic. From thinking of one person who didn't think of herself as a creative person before, but now over this time, the kinds of things that she's doing in her life are huge, like really huge. And so very creative. And it's just expanded kind of that whole notion of that creative connection and connection to your own creativity and connected with other people through creativity. It's just been a fabulous experience, and I'm really grateful to those women who have really, gone on this ride with me when I didn't even really know how to navigate the ride, but they came along anyway, and it was a lovely thing. So lots to celebrate, and it's, it came out of that sort of clearing of things. I just had a sense that I needed to get all of these bins and workshops and things that I had done before kind of to move out, and then there was going to be something, and then here came GEMS. And I have felt the same way, I guess, since January, that there's this shift in me and in what I see for my business and for my creative, the work that I do with women who want to be more connected through creativity. And so I see these other possibilities that are now opening up, and I'm so excited about them. I'm so excited. Like, I'm not quite ready to share it yet because it's not all set, but I am so much clearer and I'm so excited. So it's this clarity and excitement together that I can hardly wait to share with everybody. And so that's coming up in the next few weeks, and yeah, I'm really excited about that. And in the meantime, I'm doing all kinds of preparation for a big flower event that I'm doing next week. And there are certain flowers that are not, their stems are not long enough to go into this huge project, but that means I get to have them here. And actually, if you're a flower subscriber and you come to the gate to pick up your flower subscription, you will be getting some special shorter stems these days, this week anyway, this week and next week, but equally beautiful, beautiful flowers. So I wanted to show you this. This is one of my favorite containers. And these are some of the roses that are just so beautifully scented in the early morning. Well, not just early morning, actually anytime. I haven't particularly arranged them. There is a frog at the bottom, but some of the stems are so short that some of them are just floating on top. But I can show you this. I mean, isn't she absolutely stunning? I don't know, there's something about it, and all of the colors. You know, if you're ever thinking of drawing a rose or painting it or something, you can see that there's not just one color, there's lots of colors in one. You know, we think, oh, it's a pink rose. Well, it's pink, but there's a lot of other stuff going on there. And I'll show you this one too. There we go. Isn't she lovely? Just all of those layers and layers of wonderfulness. Just, yeah, I love roses. And I mean, I don't have a favorite flower, and I don't. Oh, there was a little bug and she's gone. She's climbed all the way in there. I can't see where she went, but maybe she'll climb out again. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, such a beautiful peachy color. And it does have kind of, oh, there she is, just teeny tiny. Where is she? Can you see her? No, there she is. She's gonna have to go. You're gonna have to go. Yeah, just that peachy color, and it does have quite a sort of citrusy kind of scent as well. You know, now, by the way, is a great time to go to a garden center, and because you can go and have a little sniff around at the various roses in bloom, and then you can choose from, you know, I mean, it's one thing to choose bare root, you know, and put your order in, you go in February or whatever, but now is kind of a fun time because you can actually see it in bloom, and it makes for a lovely gift and all that kind of stuff. I've given that before because it's kind of fun that you have something blooming right away when you give to somebody. They don't have to wait a whole year or anything like that, and you can kind of make choices that way based on scent and color and the petals and all the things just that speak to you. So yeah, and actually I wanted to mention to you that it's a great time of year to do a petal potluck. And if you're not sure what that is, it's an idea that I had a couple of years ago, and it's been really popular, and I give it away as a free mini course. And it's a chance to get together with other people. Don't have to have a garden, you don't have to have, you can have a balcony or do it at the kitchen table or whatever, but it's the whole guide of everything that you'll need, from the invitation for your friends to how it works to some pictures. I do a little bit about the flowers and how you can, you know, a couple things to help arrange flowers and all the things. And everybody brings something at excuse me, and a vase, and they know that they will go away with a different thing than what they'd made. And so everybody knows that going in. So you bring a vase that you never want to see again. And then names are drawn, and at the end people go away with something that somebody else at the table has made for them, essentially. And their thing goes with somebody else. And there's something about sort of having the fun of making the flowers, putting the arrangement together, having that fun, and then also receiving flowers that you haven't done yourself. There's something kind of fun about that. And I've got some a list of questions for discussion questions if you're having dinner afterwards, or whatever it is, glass of wine, cup of tea, whatever it is. So it's lots of fun. It's called a petal potluck, and I'll attach it here so that you can see it. And yeah, so lots of other things coming in the next few weeks. I'm really excited, and thank you for being here today. And I hope that if you are watching this, that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and that you can find something that brings you this kind of joy. And it could just be one and the weekends coming up, maybe there's a farmer's market that you could go to, where they'll have maybe peonies or something like that, something that's in season, and yeah, that you can enjoy that. So thank you for joining me here today. Please comment if you wish. I would love to know what you think of the videos that I'm making every week here from the garden, on something to do with creativity and our connection to creativity, both our connection to ourselves and also to creativity, and through that to others. So if that's something that you're interested in, please comment and like and subscribe. It really helps me a lot to have other people find this channel. So thank you so much. I wish you peace on your path.